Excellent. Let me just test my chat as well while I'm here. Hello. Kizra's here. Kizra's been waiting. Kizra's ready to watch the 5th hour of my streams today. Oh, I can't put me hat on. Yeah, I was live on my racing channel, wasn't
I? It didn't pop up.
Did it not?
That's weird. No, not for me. It didn't.
Did it all?
Maybe it did. Everything? I don't know.
Oh, that didn't work.
Your short thingy popped up.
What side do I want that on? I don't even know.
Apologies, my Christmas my Christmas jumper has been worn for the last 7 days straight, 6 days straight, however long I've been working. It is in the wash.
Yes, I have taken the hat from the skeleton, Emily. I thought I'd try and do something a bit festive. Hello, Noah. Noah's here as well, and hello, WV as well. WV is also joining for the second stream of the day as well. Go ahead, Jane.
I have to officially, because I did say when it next pop in, I would make an official and formal public apology. In the OLL Games Awards, I unfortunately credited myself with an answer that was actually not my answer. It was Noah. I received a very angry message from Noah afterwards saying, that was not your suggestion, that was my suggestion. Something to that ilk. Also, hope you're well. So yeah, apologies. My bad.
We didn't cite our sources. Mike's here. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Obviously, as you've noticed, it's just me and Cheney tonight. Yeah. So without Mike keeping us in check, we're probably just going to talk some random stuff tonight.
Absolute bonkers. That's what we're going to.
It's all good. It's all good. Right. Kizra wants to know why I have a skeleton. Well, I don't have a skeleton. It's Emily's skeleton, to be fair. We have a skeleton in our window.
Yes. I can confirm.
I'm attempting to try and get... somewhere I've got a photo. So I'll see if I can find that and I'll pop it up on the screen. So
it's his pride of place in the front of his house.
Yes, it is. It shows the entire street. Let me just see if I can find it. Hang on. Cheney, can you read the chat on the shared screen, or is it a little bit... You can. What are they all saying? You entertain the chat just while I try and find this file, sir.
So I'll do what John normally does. Is hello Kizar, hello WV, hello Emily, hello Noah, hello Vargas, although he's had to pop out. Hello Michael. Emily says, it could have been me, but John didn't want to be henpecked. Don't know what that means.
As a co-host, yes.
Ah, okay. The bot was quick. Yes, it was. It's just popped up on my phone as well. Quick hello, goodbye from Vargas. He is resuming his fighting game sets.
Oh, very good. He's at the cafe. Very good.
Yes, and I have been forgiven. Thank you, Noah.
Yay! Thanks, Noah. Right. Let's see if I can find some pictures here.
Oh, Restream says hello.
Restream says hello. Well, of course, Restream says hello. Well, I'm Restream because whenever I comment, it says hello.
Yes.
All right. Make source visible. Nope. Browse for source. Get it from the desktop.
Mike is at a family meal.
Oh!
Hope we are all behaving.
So Mike is watching Twitch while at a family meal. Is what? Really?
Make it so.
Very good.
Make it so.
I did add a couple of new channel rewards, but I haven't quite finished it just yet.
Okay.
But we'll get to it. Right, next I've got one picture coming in. One picture's ready to go.
Okay.
And let's get the next one. This is a lot of effort just to show you the skeleton.
This is fine.
It's going to be that impressive.
I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Oh, I like that one.
I do quite like that one as well, actually.
That's a good new one. Everything's fine.
Everything is totally fine. Right, let's see if I can find this on here. So, yeah, for reasons that I don't quite understand, Emily has a skeleton. And we didn't know what to do with the skeleton. So we decided that we would put the skeleton in our window to basically frighten passers-by, I guess, is kind of what it is. And it looks like this.
That's literally it.
It's literally that.
It has the sexy mood lighting I haven't been past recently, so I cannot confirm nor deny the festive Christmas jumpers.
I mean, he's less festive because I'm currently wearing his hat. But you can actually see it. You can actually see it from quite a long way away, just with the orientation of where it faces. It's kind of, you know, it's right in the middle of the village where everybody can see it.
John lives down basically the bottom of a hill, which has a really bad speed camera right at the bottom. If you go to that speed camera and if you look directly ahead, you can actually see the skeleton from there.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about our lives.
Yes.
Right. How is the chat? What's everyone saying?
First one looks like a ghost story, man.
Noah has forgiven us, which is amazing. What's Jack doing tonight? I think Jack's being family man tonight, isn't he? He's having his Christmas.
Yeah. Some kind of Jack thing.
He's doing.
Just call him Jack, man.
He's doing a Jack thing. So it's kind of talking of Jack.
Yes.
I think it's kind of been decided or agreed. Emily will possibly correct me. I'm considering adopting the Jack hairstyle. On account of the disappearing hairline.
Halo.
Considering in the new year, maybe taking some shears to myself. So there might only be a couple more shows where I actually have hair.
So what he's really telling you, chat, is he's put the hat on just because he's already done it.
No. I put the hat on at the start, after we went live, didn't I? I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, goodbye. That was 5 minutes ago. I've slept since then.
Well, we'll see how that goes. I feel like I look more like Rincewind out of Discworld than a Santa, but never mind.
You kind of need my beard with that hat.
I'm definitely gonna need more of a beard if I've got less on the top, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
You need to go Cam style. You'll know what I mean.
Yes.
But full on beard, bald.
Triple H, all the way.
Yeah.
Go for the Triple H look. Yeah, because he's trending. Right. Anyway, should we talk about some video games?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is kind of like the unofficial Christmas special, I suppose, isn't it? So we thought that what we would do is just kind of have a bit of a nostalgic trip down memory lane and just talk about old games and what gaming was like back in our day. I mean, for me, we've titled the stream. At least if you're watching on YouTube, we have titled the stream. Gaming in the 90s, because that was my period of when I started playing games. But I'm guessing for you, Cheney, it was probably a bit later than that, or was it not? Because when were you born?
So I was born in 91, and it's a bit of a weird thing because I distinctly remember at 6 years old having a Sega Mega Drive 2.
Yes.
And having Sonic, and at the grand age of 6 years old, getting to the first the end of Emerald Green Zone, and the
end of what?
Comes along.
The Emerald Green Zone.
Yeah, what is it?
Emerald. It's either Green Hill or Emerald Hill.
No, it's Green Hill.
Green Hill.
Yeah. How the hell did I merge those two together? Anyway, I hear the dun 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 dun, and I distinctly remember Dr. Robotnik coming on the screen, being so scared of him, hiding underneath my desk, screaming for my dad to come up the stairs just so he could press A a few times, bash him, and then I'd carry on playing because I was absolutely petrified. But for me, realistically, after the Mega Drive 2, I had the Nintendo 64, but then it was really PS2. So as much as I did game in the 90s, it was very late 90s, I would consider my gaming journey really kicking off very early 2000s, 2000, 2001, 2002.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is when we do the on-demand video, then we'll get Mike to slightly update the thumbnail so it says gaming in the 90s and the 2000s then. Okay. Yeah. So, well, as you've kind of started, Cheney, you can carry on. Tell me, what was your first console that you ever bought? Or ever were given, I suppose. Was it a gift or did you get it yourself?
I can't remember how I got the Mega Drive 2. My mum bought the Nintendo 64. She then sold the Nintendo 64 because I really wanted a PlayStation 2. A move that I deeply regretted.
I don't know. I'd say that's a decent choice, I would say.
Yeah, but about 6-7 years ago, I was like, no, I really want my Nintendo 64 back. So I went and bought one for 50 quid.
£50, wow.
Yeah, and now they're worth 60. Yeah, I can't remember how we got the Mega Drive 2, but I definitely remember getting bought for, I think it was my birthday, the Nintendo 64. We didn't have it long, though, because, to be fair, when we got it, it was 1998.
Yeah.
And it was coming, that was sort of the peak of Nintendo, but it was also coming towards the end, because you've got to think they only really had a couple of years after that before they start to phase everything out. But I remember having Mario 64 as my first game. But the game I fell in love with way back when, and still haven't completed to this day, even though it is my favourite game of all time, Donkey Kong 64.
Yes, very good.
What a game. And I suppose for you, obviously you predate me by some years.
I do.
Your first console was... I've just got to remember.
Mine was... the same as Jamie says in the chat. Jamie says, good evening. My first console was the Master System in 1993 with the Alex Kit built in. Yes. And the Master System with Alex Kit built in was the first console that I bought as well. I might be going over some old ground here if I tell everyone my gaming origins, but we'll do it anyway. So I first... my first console, I didn't get the Master System until... It would have been 1990, like late 91. But I saw through the 80s, because obviously I was born in 1980, I saw Game & Watch, I saw Speckies, all that kind of stuff. My friends had them, but my mum was very against video games because she was a teacher and video games rot your brain and all that kind of stuff. To be fair, look what I literally do for a job now. So she was kind of right to some extent, I suppose. But I had a lot of like handheld things like the Tomy LCD things and stuff like that. But it was when I first saw Sonic on the Mega Drive that I knew I really liked, this was brilliant and I wanted to get this stuff. But I couldn't afford a Mega Drive and my mum wouldn't get it for me, and my mum wouldn't let anyone in my family buy me video games for Christmas because, again, it would rot my brain. So I had to save up, and I sold a bunch of my Lego and I sold a bunch of my Lego Technic stuff. Got the Master System because I couldn't afford the Mega Drive, but Sonic wasn't in stock when I got the Master System, so I just had Alex Kidd. But the game that I wanted, the game that I got with my Master System, it was from a little shop called Joypad in Diss. And then that shop then became Blockbuster and then became a salon.
Did it?
But anyway, I couldn't get Sonic with my Master System, so I picked up this other random game called Super Monaco GP. And the rest
never heard of that before.
And the rest is history. So it all kind of started from that, because it was at the same time I was kind of getting into F1 and understanding what motorsport was. And that obviously is something else that I love alongside games as well. So yeah, I had Monaco on the Master System. I did eventually get Sonic. That was like the next game that I got a few months later. And then finally upgraded to the Mega Drive. I didn't get the Mega Drive until 1992, I think. Okay. So I remember
that was quite late in its lifespan.
The thing with the Mega Drive, though, the thing for me with my consoles is the first couple of years of playing, the sort of like 91, 92 and 93, it was so fast when you look back on it. Because I had the Master System. Literally within 6 months, I had the Mega Drive, and then within a year, I had the SNES, and then it would have probably been a year and a half with the SNES before PS1 then came along. So I had the Mega Drive, and so I've told the story about how on the last day of term we were all allowed to take our favourite things into school for like the last day of term, and I took in my Mega Drive with the new F1 simulator game. Which to be fair was brilliant. It's this game up here. You can't quite see it, it's just off camera. And I took that to school, and my friend brought their SNES with Super Mario Kart that had just come out, and we had them side by side on the table, and no one wanted to play with my game. Everyone just wanted to play Mario Kart. So literally a matter of days after that, I got rid of the Mega Drive, swapped it with a neighbour, and had my SNES. And then my SNES, it came with 6 or 7 games. I can't remember all of them. It's in my book somewhere. But yeah, it was just all about SNES after that, and then I became a Nintendo fanboy for a little while before Sony then came along.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's,
yeah, it was.
that's the thing. I remember the PlayStation 1 coming out because we didn't have it. Like I say, I was firmly a Nintendo boy, but I remember distinctly, and it was, I can't remember the year. It was one of the last gigs, and I'm really going to out myself here. It was one of the last ever Steps gigs before they first broke up, and my dad had bought me tickets to go and see them at the Manchester Evening News Arena. It was called the Evening News Arena. It was the MEN at the time. It's now the Co-op Live or something.
Yes.
And he also bought tickets to go and see Manchester United play Southampton, I think, in the FA Cup quarter final at the time. And he said, right, you can go to Steps. You've also got to go to United. That's fine. Went down to my cousin Jamie.
It's like the story of Billy Elliot. I want to go and see Steps. No, you're going to watch the football.
Spoiler alert, we went and saw Steps. But my cousin Jamie had a PlayStation 1, and he had on it, and I was absolutely astounded by this at the time, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro, where you had the foggy bottom. And I was so obsessed with playing that with him. I don't even know why. I was so obsessed. My dad said, right, we're going to football. So I don't want to go. I want to play this. And I missed the football just to play Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro.
Wow.
On the PlayStation 1.
I'm just trying to think if I missed any big events to play video games. Not that I can remember. I mean, I skived off school a couple of times to play a few games, but yeah, that's quite a story. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Jamie said that was the Master System was their first console. Yep. Emily's first console was the Nintendo 64, Christmas 1999. I would like at some point one day, I would like Emily to recreate the Nintendo 64 kid meme with audio and everything.
Yes.
We've definitely got a boxed N64 somewhere in the house that we could replicate it with. Oh, it might have been the year 2000. Wow. Okay. WV showing their age. WV's first console / home computer was a Commodore 64. Yes. Nice. I didn't really get into them. My friend had a C64 and then an Amiga. So I played a lot of Amiga stuff before even getting my Master System. So it's really weird that I saw loads of games that were way more advanced than what I could then buy. I had to then go and buy the cheaper old thing and catch up. Kizra, first console was a Sega Master System 2 shortly after Sonic came out. I'll clarify, mine was a Master System 2 as well, of course, because it had Alice Kid built in. This is one of those crazy things, actually. While we're talking about 90s nostalgia, I didn't even know at the time that the Master System 2 even existed. My friend had an original Master System base, and it wasn't until I literally went to the shop to buy one that I discovered that the Master System 2 existed and had replaced the original Master System. So there's no reset button. There's no you've got a pause button and like a power switch, but there's no reset button on the console, and you've got that little flap thing that pushes back to put the console in. And it definitely, while I absolutely loved it, it definitely was a cheaper version of the Master System, but still, it was good. Didn't have the card reader either. The original Master System.
I never realised. And this is the same for me. I never realised that the Mega Drive was split into two different varieties. I had a Mega Drive, and for years I just said, my first console was a Mega Drive, not realising up until about, when did I meet you? 5 years ago? Yeah, 4 years ago. That I had the Mega Drive too, and actually there was a original Genesis Mega Drive anyway. And I was like,
yes. Eh? So for you, the Mega Drive 2 was just the Mega Drive.
Yeah,
amazing.
It was. I didn't know any different.
That's the thing, because all we had was magazines, and if you didn't buy the magazine, you didn't know. And a lot of the magazines were console specific as well, weren't they? So you either bought a Sega magazine, or you had a Nintendo magazine, or you had a PC magazine.
I got the N64 magazine religiously every single month for must have been 5-6 years, and I got rid of the whole lot. I don't know where they went. I think they just went straight in the bin. But they had the best little gaming booklets, like the walkthroughs and the cheat codes. What a magazine! That was a brilliant magazine.
You know what? Let's read through the chat and then let's talk about some magazines.
Yeah.
Right. First console was C64 for WV. Kisra was a Master System. WV's first proper console was a Master System 2. Very good. Noah.
Yeah.
Noah's first console was the PS2. Oh, bless you,
Yeah.
Noah. I played so much Lego Star Wars. I remember Lego Star Wars. What was the first Lego Star Wars? It was the first Lego Star Wars game was the prequel trilogy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Phantom Menace, I
And
think.
it was
Something like
actually the first thing that actually had the story of Revenge of the Sith in it.
Yeah.
Because I remember playing Lego Star Wars before Revenge of the Sith came out. It was like a few weeks ahead of the movie coming out, and it had the whole plot of the film in it. And I remember I had to stop playing because I did not want to know what happened in the third film. But yeah, it was the first. I think it was the first media that actually explained everything that was going on. I guess because
But it was amazing because I don't remember an outcry. If that happened now, everybody would be up in arms. Oh,
Yeah.
you've spoiled it. I don't remember that happening.
I guess because it had that Lego spin on it, I suppose, so the plot wasn't identical. But yeah, the main story beats were definitely there. But then, to be fair, Revenge of the Sith, even before you'd have seen Revenge of the Sith, you would know what happens. You know there's going to be a big fight, and he's going to turn into Darth Vader. Sorry,
Somehow.
spoilers, everyone. Anyway, WV loved the Philips CDI. Well, WV... Probably the only person that's going to say that, I would imagine, in the history of OLL live streams. Jamie's written a little essay here. I was 5. My mum and dad got it for me for Christmas. That's the Master System. I had a nap and woke up that evening to 5 more games in the shelf. Oh my god! My dad bought them from a neighbour while I was asleep. Donald Duck, Lucky Dime Caper.
Lucky
Oh my
Dime
god,
Caper.
good game. Hang On, good game. That was built into the Master System 1, wasn't it? Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and Space Harrier. Wow, Jamie never needed to leave home ever again. He just stayed at home for about 2 years after that.
And Jamie never touched grass again.
WV got their PS1 in 1997. I got mine in 96. Everyone's just doing steps things in the chat as well now, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Jamie agrees that the correct choice
kid.
was to see steps. There we go. Shane could rewrite history and say he saw Metallica, but stay true to his word.
Oh no! I am. It's one of those things that I'm very unashamedly proud about, and I don't know why. Because at the grand old age of 34, fully bearded man, I shouldn't be saying that I went to see Steps. My first ever CD was the Spice Girls Gold. The Spice Girls. It was like a box. It was like a box set, but it wasn't a box set. It was this weird orange thing that I won off a raffle. And I remember my half sister coming down, and she had a Walkman, and I was like, I don't have anything to play this CD. Oh, we're going for a dog walk. Have my Walkman, and I put this CD, the Spice Girls. It's like a collection, I guess, into the Walkman. I was blown away. But I had that orange thing for years and then just threw it out. It's probably worth millions now.
Amazing. Awesome. I'm trying to think what my first CD was. I don't actually know.
I feel like yours is going to be cooler than mine. It's got.
I think, yeah, it was. I don't have a specific memory of when I bought it, but I know it was one of the first things I owned, and it was Use Your Illusion. Good album. Because I had a Sony Discman. Which was awful. We just skipped all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kisra wants a channel reward for something that I've forgotten about what it was. You'll have to remind me on that one, Kisra, and I'll try and set one up. Yep. WV was blown away by Wave Race 64.
Yes. Very pretty game for the time as well.
Oh yeah.
Had a lot of good physics. Probably physics that you hadn't seen in any other 64-bit or 32-bit game before. Realistic.
Noah has no idea how the pod racing level in Lego Star Wars was ever designed to be completed by kids from his generation.
No, fair point.
Actually, episode 1 Racer was pretty good, and we're getting a new one, aren't we? Galactic Racer.
So I played it relatively recently because, again, it's one of those that I've now got on cartridge, and it's surprisingly difficult. It's a lot more difficult now I'm older than I remember it being as a kid. I remember it being really easy as a kid, and now I'm trying to do all the races, and I'm just like, I can't turn this bloody thing. It's like a brick. I've probably done it wrong somewhere.
Emily's first CDs were Now 50 and Steps Gold.
Steps Gold! Sorry.
I guess that's an important thing, is it? Don't worry, I've read further in the chat. Don't worry, there's going to be other things. Kisra, who is clearly, perhaps... Kisra's first CD was a Stevie Wonder album. All right, fine, all good. Yeah. WV was Smash Hits 95, get in. Noah's first CD was Taylor Swift. Crikey, so Noah. Noah. Crikey, Noah. Wow. Flipping heck. From Guns N' Roses to flipping Taylor Swift. Oh. Well, one of the good things about the OLL community, we cover all generations, clearly.
Yeah.
Wow. Emily being an Kisra wants the Emily N64 kid meme as a channel reward. We can see
that can happen.
Right.
We can do that.
We were going to talk about some magazines, weren't we?
We were.
Do you have any specific memories of magazines, Cheney? If not, I've got a whole list of stuff, and I'll try and remember all of the magazines I used to read.
I think for me, it was only the N64 magazine. I didn't have any magazines before or after that, really. To be fair, not even a PlayStation 2 thing. And I remember distinctly reading the entire plot and walkthrough of Resident Evil 2 before, and I still haven't even touched the game.
Have you not?
No, 34 years old. Haven't touched the original. Haven't touched the remake. Haven't touched any of it. We
haven't got any Resident Evil games in our Beat the Backlog section that we're currently recording, have we?
No.
Right. Whenever it comes around, I'm putting a Resident Evil game on the list for you then, my friend.
Okay. I've played 4, 5, 6.
Okay. That's fine.
I don't know why I started at 4 and then decided
I think I think it's going to have to be the Resi 2 remake, probably. Yeah. I would say.
I've got the PS4 version that you kindly lent me, so I have still got that.
Totally, I forgot all about that. So all good.
Yeah. I just haven't loaded it up, so because I haven't had it up until now. I haven't had decent internet.
Of course.
So yeah, we can do that. I do fancy playing the Nintendo 64 version just because I've heard it is so much more shocking than the PS1 and the PS1 and GameCube version.
Yeah.
Don't know why it came out the GameCube as well though. It seemed like it spanned like 3 or 4 different consoles.
Yeah, I think Capcom had like a publishing arrangement where they had to release a whole bunch of stuff on the GameCube. So I think that's why they started doing the remakes. John still has Kisra's Bayonetta 3. I do, and you know what? I've actually got it in this drawer down here somewhere. It's a bit of a messy drawer. I'll get it later. But yes, I have got that Bayonetta 3, and no, I still haven't played it. But one day I'll get to it. But this is why we're doing a whole backlog feature for upcoming YouTube videos, where us and Mike and Jack are nominating games for each other to play, and then we'll be reviewing them together. So look forward to that when we eventually get round to that. Any other magazines you want to give a shout out to, Cheney, before I go?
No.
Okay. So no. Fine. I think my first gaming magazine that I got, weirdly, it was while I had the Mega Drive, and I got an issue of Super Play, which was a really good Nintendo-focused magazine, and they tended to focus a lot on like Japanese stuff. There was a lot of a lot of like import game reviews in it and stuff like that. But then the Sega ones, Mean Machines Sega and Sega Power, they were the ones really they were my Bibles. That's where I first found out cheat, because you had to buy the magazines for cheats, of course. It was the only way you'd find anything out
at the time.
And your special moves for Street Fighter and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then when the SNES came along, it was called Nintendo Magazine System. To kind of play in with Nintendo Entertainment System. They called it Nintendo Magazine System. And that was really good. I remember they gave Super Mario 64, that got like something stupid, like a 100% review score or something. And they were all biased to their own specialist formats, of course.
I'm pretty sure Zelda was like Game of the Year.
Yeah.
6 years running, 7 years running, something like that.
And then there were some multi-format magazines like Games Master and CVG. They focused a lot on the like PC side of things, but I wasn't. I wasn't clever enough to be a PC gamer at the time. My mate Flub was.
I think the PC, because I did look at a lot of Game Master magazines. I think the problem with PC systems at the time is that they weren't as customizable as they are now, and so you had all of the games. I remember playing Medieval Total War, and it was purely built to do either the current system or like a couple of generations back. That was it. They didn't have the functionality where you could just chop and change different parts to improve it all, as you do now. So yeah, I know that's why I never really touched any of that. I also distinctly remember the little demo CDs for the PlayStation 2 that you got in those little magazines.
That was going to be my next thing that I was going to talk about, the PS1 magazine. Yeah.
They were brilliant.
When did they stop doing demo discs for PS2? Because PS1, the official PlayStation magazine, there was a demo from issue 1 right up until it stopped, which would have been for probably a few years, I would have thought.
Yeah.
And I presume the official PlayStation magazine would have moved away from doing PS1 demos to doing PS2 demos at some point. Unless it was
PSM, wasn't it? PlayStation magazine.
I think PS.
Was it PSM?
You had the official UK PlayStation magazine, which was the one that had the proper demo discs that were like the Sony produced demo discs. As I understand, I think they were Sony produced. I don't know, or they at least had the official stamp on them. And then PSM, I think, was just the other really big PlayStation magazine. But when they transferred over to like sort of focusing on PS2 more than PS1, I don't know what they did with the demo discs, but I do recall now seeing quite a few demo discs for PS2. Now that I'm making myself think about it, but yeah, those demo discs on like PlayStation, they were incredible. I looked forward to them every month.
4 or 5 games that you could just plug in. You could play half hour of, and you go, I think I quite like that.
But they would be good demos as well, though. They were not just crappy. A couple of them were crappy videos, of course, and many of them were crap games. But there was a lot of stuff. But it was like, here's a whole level of a game, or a whole couple of levels from a game.
And it wasn't the first level either.
So much stuff to do.
Yeah,
it would give you a really good vertical slice, wouldn't it? I think, for example, actually, that's not the best example because they were on the demo 1 disc, but they did have a few duplicates. But for example, if they did a FIFA game or a football game, you'd play a whole half of the game, and the demo, for them to actually do the demo for a football game, Actua Soccer would be one, to give a real example, they would literally have to put 99% of the code of how the football game works onto the demo disc. So there was so much content on them.
You don't get a small snippet like you do now. A game comes out and you play half an hour and it's just like, this is the teaser. It's only 5% of the game. And you know that 5% is, it hasn't got the, for example, Alien Isolation with the whole AI tree that it has. You'd get a small slice of that when actually it's a massively expanded interconnected system.
Yeah.
With these demos, you had the full whack. This was the game, but you could just have a little tease of it because they didn't have any other capacity to do it. And you just don't get anything. You just don't anything like that anymore.
It's weird though, isn't it, that you don't get demos because the distribution is totally there. We've all got digital storefronts and accessible and everything, and it's just something that's really sort of died off, hasn't it? You get a few demos here and there, but I suppose now though, in the 90s and the 2000s, before we had proper video capabilities with the internet, which probably came sort of mid 2000s, really. You couldn't see a game running in its natural state. You might be able to get a compressed video in sort of 2004, 2005, but you wouldn't see exactly what the game looks like, I suppose, would you?
No.
So really, the demo discs were really the only way to actually see what the game was like and to, experience it. Whereas, of course, now you can, you get a video or a trailer come out 2-3 years in advance, and then you follow it and you track it, and then you gradually see it. So there's no need to have a demo disc because everyone knows about the game by the time a demo could possibly be ready. But yeah, those PS1 discs, they were incredible, and I think there should be a rule like what Xbox did. Sorry, I know I'm waffling on now, but Xbox on the 360, they were probably the last company to really sort of champion it, because when Xbox 360 had the Xbox Live Arcade for digital download games,
yes, it did.
It was a specific rule that every single game had a demo, and you would download the demo, and then you would pay to unlock the full game. They also had to be a specific maximum file size, which was a bit limiting, but that's another thing. But the point is that they specified you have to have a demo to be able to release and sell your game. And it was brilliant because you could download literally hundreds of different games on the 360. And I found this when I was modifying the 360 and looking at all of the Xbox Live Arcade games. There's so many of them, and I do miss those days. I would absolutely love it. Sorry, Cheney, I'll let you speak in a minute.
You're good.
I would absolutely love it if game companies, and obviously it won't because of just how marketing works now, but I would love it if a game company could keep a game absolutely secret until launch and then go, here you go, here's a demo, it's brilliant, comes out next week. It would be so exciting. It would be exciting again, and that's what I miss the most about my formative years of gaming, is that there was always new discovery and new technology, and everything was something bigger and better with every new game that came along, and we just don't have that progress anymore.
I think the problem with that is that companies are so scared of just releasing something and go have at it and enjoy, because
it's like they're not confident in their own products.
Yeah, they're not. They used to release Time Splitters 3. That came out, and the companies had such a belief in the product that the product was good that even if it wasn't good, okay, it was an all right game at best. Time Splitters 3 is great, go and play it. But now companies, you have to go through open beta and you have to have community feedback. Football Manager 26, for example, is a prime example of getting the community feedback. They pushed the game back by a year because Miles Jacobson was not confident. The game wasn't ready by release. So he said, look, I played it at Christmas. It was shit. We're going to push it back. Sorry, you're not getting a game this year. And people up in arms about it. But other people were like, do you know what? Totally fine. We don't want a rubbish game. They then released the open beta for it, and everybody slandered it, even though they had 2 years to do it. These companies are so reliant on everybody's feedback and everybody's faith that they can't just release something and go, this is the game.
Yeah.
Whether you've asked for what is on there or not. But the question then has to beg is, are we as consumers, are we expecting too much of these game companies to say, well, no, we want our input in at all points? I know it was a rubbish idea, but look at the Sonic movie and look at how terrible that Sonic, the original Sonic design was.
Yes.
With the community feedback, they changed it. Totally fine, totally fair. But have we now become, as a society, too reliant on we have to get our own way, that these game companies are now too scared to just release a game and go, this is how we've imagined it, go and play it, without people going, well, we don't like this, and then slandering it across Twitter?
The other thing is, I guess, game companies are very reluctant to take risks because of the cost of game development, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But what if they just made simpler games that would cost less, and then they could do this kind of stuff and give out these awesome surprises? That would be fantastic.
But then, do you not think it's relative? You know, the AAA games of now, like your Elden Rings, like your GTA 6s, are they not comparable to what we would class as the AAA games of the 90s and the 2000s? The Ocarina of Times, the Gran Turismo 4s, you know, all those big games. Yes, they would have cost less by today's money, but actually, if you look at it comparatively, they probably do cost the same. Just obviously, it was a lot cheaper back then.
I mean, I don't know if I could work it out, but
no.
Yeah, I mean, the scales are obviously very different these days, but I just miss being surprised. And to hark back a little bit, don't give Game Freak permission to make simpler games. People have no patience. Harking back a little bit before demos again, and even before magazines in some respects, I loved getting the train to Norwich, and I would go around with my friends, and we would have the kind of the tour that we would do of all of the various game shops. So we go to Virgin Megastore, you go to HMV, you go to One Step Beyond, you go to Game, you go to wherever, and there would be, but you would buy a game based on nothing except the box art. You've never heard of it before, never seen it before, don't even know how to pronounce the name of this random game, but it's got a cool picture on it, so I'm going to pick it up.
Pokemon, there's a dragon on there. Let's go with that.
Pokemon, it sounds French. It's got an apostrophised E.
Okay, and if you were feeling really fruity, what you would do is play the demo that was on an actual console that they had in a column.
Yes. That
you could play in real life with your friend right next to you.
Yes. I remember I played... I mean, they do still exist. You get PS5 pods. Yeah, you get PS4 pods. Oh. I was offered a PS5 pod for the cafe.
Really?
Yeah, but then it was like COVID time, so it kind of ended up not happening, unfortunately. But yeah, I was in line to get one from the supplier. Bastards.
What did Virgin Megastore become? It became a game. It became a games.
Are you talking about specifically in Norwich or as a business?
Yeah, specifically in Norwich.
Norwich. It's currently isn't it Tiger? Like the little
but it was
tat shop.
It was a second-hand game store.
Oh, Game Station.
Game Station, that's it.
Yeah, that was part of it as well, wasn't it?
I remember going in and everybody was fighting to play the PS3 or the Xbox 360.
It was like on 3 stories as well, wasn't it? It was like literally had like 3 floors. It was like music downstairs, games were upstairs in like the cool hidden away area. I remember seeing an Atari Jaguar in there, but yeah. No.
I used to go in there, and I used to just scrounge through the pre-owned section. That's actually where I got my first copy of Fahrenheit from, because I remember.
Oh man, what a game! What a game!
I think I might still have it. I think it might be the copy that I've still got. I think I did actually keep this one before I got rid of my PS2. No, I've still got the PS2, so I still have it. It's got the Game Station pre-owned sticker on it, and I think I got it for like 50p or a quid, something like that.
Wow. What's the first? I know we've spoken about first console. What's the first video game that you bought with your own money? Can you remember?
Oh.
Handheld LCD games also count.
I think...
Only for my answer.
I don't know why, because I bought it on a whim, but I think it was SSX3 for the PlayStation 2.
Wow.
Because I used to go into Game Station and game quite a lot, to be fair, for the purely for the pre-owned section, because we had money, but you know we were quite cautious with it, and so my mum said, "Look, we're not going to buy brand new games straight off the shelf. There's no point. You're going to get bored." Typical mums, as we know. So she said, "Look, you got your pocket money. Let's go into the city. You can have a go." And honestly, we spent like 2 hours just going through that. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. This looks cool. I'm pretty sure the first game I bought with my own money was SSX3.
Flipping heck, that's so new. So new.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But it isn't, is it? Because it's like 20 years.
Well, no, for
almost
you,
20
yeah,
years old.
it's still, yeah. I mean, for me, I mean, it would have been, I suppose, technically, Alex Kidd came free with my Master System too. So the first game I bought would have been Super Monaco GP. But if we're talking about all of gaming, then the first one that I would have bought would have been Tomi's what's it called? Thundering Turbo. Do you remember? No, clearly you don't, because I'm just so much older. But the Tomy toys, you had to hold them up to your face in like a little sort of triangle shape. And they did a few different ones. They did like a space shooty one that was blue, and then they did a red one. And Thundering Turbo was the white one, and it was like a little NASCAR game, and it was just LCDs. But I mean, it was crap, to be fair. But I remember I loved that game, but you couldn't play it in the dark because we had to have a light source over the top of it. Yeah. And then I had before I got the Master System, and I was just like a massive Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I had the Toby Tiger handheld of Sonic, and that was a bad piece of kit, but I loved it. What's the chat saying? Kisra got Final Fantasy VII from GameStation years ago, the first time they tried to play it. Emily still has got the receipt for a GameCube game from the fifth floor game in
She's
Debenhams.
also still got a Pikachu Game Boy. I loved that was the colour, the Game Boy Colour, wasn't it?
That would have
the blue and yellow one.
Was it a yellow one? I guess, was it blue and yellow?
No, it was blue and I'm sure it was blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow was the N64. Maybe they did different ones. We don't know.
I can't remember. I remember seeing that, and I said, I really want that. I also looked at the Pikachu Nintendo 64, and I thought, I really want that. I just had a bog standing grey one.
What else?
Curry's could have saved their business with those terminals. They really could. I remember going to Curry's, and what was it? It was PC World, when PC World was next door, and they had all the games consoles
before they joined together. Yeah.
Argos. They had them all in Argos.
Yes. Oh man, Argos is just a husk of what it once was. Noah's first game that they bought for themselves was either Epic Mickey 2 or Pokemon Black 2. Yeah. I mean, one of those games is a lot better than the other. Around 2012. WV says Daytona USA on the Saturn. WV, do you mean your first game that you ever bought was Daytona USA? That can't be right. That can't be right. You said you literally had a blinking C64.
C64,
He's talking about something totally different.
My parents got tricked into buying the standard Nintendo 64 with the Pikachu. I remember the Pikachu one was like 50 quid more expensive.
Yeah,
it was quite a bit of money more expensive, but it was worth it because they cost a lot now. If you look secondhand market, they are in their hundreds.
They are quite pricey. There's actually two versions of the Pikachu Nintendo 64 console because they're blue, aren't they? With like blue on the top, yellow on the bottom. You've got the one that's got Pikachu adorned on the side, and they've weirdly stretched to the console. But they did one without the Pikachu figurine motif thing on it, but just a standard blue and yellow console. But it was only available in Australia.
Wow.
I know because I looked it up to see if I could maybe get one for Emily for Christmas, and then I saw the price of it, and I was like, I love her, but my bank account does not. So
not
maybe next Christmas for that one, Emily.
Yeah,
it is the blue and yellow Game Boy Color, and it's in the office. Oh, interesting.
John, what was that little tabletop thing you had with the stick on it? Asks
the little tabletop thing with the stick on it. Are we talking about Tomi's Alien Attack? I don't remember. It doesn't have a stick on it. A stick on it? Table thing with a stick on it? It might have been Alien Attack. It was like a silver thing with like little red buttons. Is that what we're talking about, Kisra? Who knows? That might be it. Yes, it was Tomi's Alien Attack. Am I going to have to go and get a picture? Kisra's obviously Googling it right now, so it's fine. WV remembers when Saturn games were really expensive. I'm pretty sure Saturn games have always been expensive, and they've never ever been cheap to this day, have they?
No.
Game you should sell video CDs. Wow. Curry's told my mum Pika N64 only played Pokemon games. Oh my god.
I can't believe your mum didn't go for that and set you on a lifelong journey of Pokemon Go. Hang on, wait a minute. Yeah, scrap that.
WV can't remember the first game they ever bought. Not to worry, my friend. It would have been a long time ago. That's a worthy question for the next quiz. All about the Blue N64. Yeah.
You've brought up an interesting topic in your little in our little. We've got a little chat.
Have I? Go on. Go on.
Because I never experienced this, and I want to hear your take on this. You've said playground arguments. Why are the console rules actually real? Now, I'll give you my take on it. In the early 2000s, no, they weren't. There wasn't, especially compared to now. And again, I don't know what it was like back in your day, but in the early 2000s, when we all had a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64, there wasn't any of that. Oh, I've got this. Oh, you've got that. Oh, you're shit. Your parents can't afford things. You've got Diddy Kong 64 instead of Mario Kart 64. We didn't have any of that. It was very much a case of that we all went round to somebody's and we played whatever console there was. Like we all went and played GoldenEye around mine, and then we'd go to my mate Aaron's. He had, I think he had Time Splitters 3, and that's what got me into it. And then we go to my mate Johnny's, and he had Grand Theft Auto Vice City. But my mate only had, I think Owen only had a PlayStation 1. So if I'd go around to his, we played, I can't remember, it was one of the Gran Turismo games on there. There wasn't any of that within my neighborhood. It wasn't, oh, you're an Xbox fan, you're a PlayStation fan. It was just, you had whatever console you had, and we all just joined in on the fun. What was it like back in your day, John?
Well, back in my day, Cheney, when the consoles were powered and by clockwork, and at 9 o'clock the power would go off at 9 o'clock to save the
yeah, thanks, Maggie.
In the 90s, it is my opinion that there was in fact no console war whatsoever, similar to what you've just said, Cheney. So I feel that the console wars is a construct created for fake nostalgia. It may have been more prevalent in America because Sega and Nintendo had quite an aggressive marketing strategy towards each other, didn't they? But it very much came from that. For me, it would be a case of one of us would have a Sega console, one of us would have a Nintendo console, one of us would have an Amiga, and we would play everything from everywhere, and we would teach each other about different games on different formats, and we would love all of it. There was never really a thing that was saying anything along the lines of my console's better than yours because it's got this game, that game. We were smart enough, even at the age of 10, 11, 12, to understand that people have their own individual preferences and tastes, and there is no objectively, this game is better than this game because it's the same genre or whatever. So for me, the console wars did not exist at all, or at least I was lucky with the people that I knew at school, in that I had someone who had I had a friend who had a Nintendo console. I had a friend who showed me and got me into things like the Specky, and I got to see that kind of stuff before I got consoles. But I don't think I ever recall a point of ever having any sort of a disagreement or an argument with anyone, at least on a sort of consumer level. Yeah. I think it may have been a narrative spun retroactively, possibly, because at the time it wasn't anything like that. It was indeed, as Kids Ross says, the console loves.
The console loves.
The console loves.
I'm just trying to think of when it really sort of started, because I do remember it in high school. I remember because that was the Xbox 360 and PS3. I do remember it happening. I do remember you've got an Xbox. Well, I'm a PlayStation man. I remember that happening, but I can't pinpoint exactly when it was, because again I was quite lucky in that all the mates were just like, we'll just play whatever. It doesn't matter. We don't.
You just play what you have, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got what you were given.
Yeah.
That's why we all end up playing loads of shit games. It's like, this one's cheap. Have that, child.
That's why I played A Dog's Life on the PlayStation 2. Yeah. But that was it. I can't pinpoint the exact moment when you had such disparity. Not even now. Again, you've got your PlayStation stands and you've got your Xbox fans, but I just can't pinpoint it.
I don't know when it changed, because obviously I was supposedly as an adult when PS2 came out. And so I just got what I liked at the time. But then the console wars were soon over for me because it was only Master System, Mega Drive, PlayStation, Dreamcast, and then I got PS2. But then as soon as PS2 came along, I then bought the Xbox when it came out, and I bought the GameCube when it came out, and ever since then I've been fortunate enough to just have every console over the years. So I've never really had to favour one or the other, unlike Emily's playground, where the console wars were real.
Wow.
Because in Emily's playground, the rich kid in the class got an Xbox and, oh no, and rinsed you for having a GameCube.
No.
I mean, the GameCube was brilliant.
Decent. Yeah, it was a decent console.
The Xbox was overpowered, but the Xbox, I mean, it still was probably, third place overall, at least in Europe, wasn't it?
I'd say so. Even though, I don't know, I love the original Xbox. Because we had it was when my mum met my stepdad, and he had an Xbox, but he chipped it. I don't know if I should be saying this.
No, I've got a chipped Xbox. Thank you very much for watching, Noah. See you later.
I remember him going on. I remember him going on to this thing called LimeWire. I feel like
LimeWire, bloody brilliant.
I feel dirty saying
sailing the high seas for your torrents. Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember him downloading. It took like a day, and then it took like another day just to burn it onto the CD. And sometimes the CD would work, sometimes it wouldn't, so we'd have to redo it. I've still got the case of all his burnt Xbox CDs. But I was amazed at how poorly that console did when it came out. Because actually, if you look back on it, I would argue that it was actually probably more technologically advanced than the PlayStation 2 or the GameCube.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
WV was outcast because he only had a Dreamcast while his friends had PS2s. Well, while it wasn't the popular console, it was certainly one of the best. It was released a little bit too early, wasn't it, the Dreamcast? But it paved the way for many things. And I think without the Dreamcast, we wouldn't have the Xbox. And without the Xbox, we wouldn't have... Oh, yeah. Hasn't made much difference then. We wouldn't have had a 360. We wouldn't have had the 360. Everything since then, don't worry.
I think the Dreamcast has become a bit of a cult classic in its own right.
It is.
Again, I remember it coming out, and I remember everyone just going,
The thing is, everyone was already waiting for PS2. And the problem with the Dreamcast was Sega didn't have the money to put behind it. Even though it had, it was the first console to do online properly. It was the driving games on it were amazing. We had Soul Calibur, and eventually everything that's on, pretty much. I don't want to say everything, because someone might correct me, but certainly the vast majority of good Dreamcast games then came out on the PS2 or have been subsequently released on other stuff, haven't they, over the years? But
Hall effect sticks. Yeah. Yeah.
It's been nice talking about all this old stuff. I like this.
It has. I quite like it. I do quite like it. Because we don't get a chance to... Because you got to think, Mike and Jack...
When the kids are in...
Yeah. They're very modern, let's say. Whereas me and John and a lot of other members of the community, we were steeped in I'm going to call it a physical age, because it was, we didn't have, up until the 360, we didn't have any of this digital download bonanza. It was, you had your disc, you had your cartridge, you blew in your cartridge to make it work. Amazingly, it worked, even though it shouldn't. That we had this, looking back on it, we had these collectibles. I compare it to Pokemon cards. We never knew at the time. I was saying this to somebody else the other day, one of the kids at work. We never knew that Pokemon cards would be as adorned as they are now.
Yeah.
We never, we pulled out a shiny Charizard when.
Imagine if you'd have just kept them pristine and never touched them. Yeah.
But we didn't. We didn't even think about it. We just thought, oh, these are cool. We're going to battle them and then trade them and then maybe put them in a folder. I've got a shiny Blastoise somewhere in my mum's house underneath the floorboards that I really want to get, because I want to find out how much it's worth now.
Underneath the floorboards? What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so I had a.
How does that work?
My childhood bedroom was.
You were kept under the floorboards like bloody Anne Frank or something. What?
Yeah. No, I can't go there. That's a dark joke for an OLL stream. No, I had a fitted. It was a fitted desk and wardrobe and things above it, and I ripped it out when I was older, but. I had all my things on this desk. I had a big old CRTV. I had the Nintendo 64 there, and I had all my Pokemon cards there. And I distinctly remember the day it happened. There was a gap where the silicon had come away from the fitted thing, and it just went down. It went down, and I thought, okay, that's fine. And I've never been able to get to the floorboard because I thought it was just behind this fitted thing. When I ripped it all out, there was no shiny Blastoise there, and I'm thinking, well, how's that gone? So I've now got to wait until I can get the house to myself without my mum
to rip the floor up. Yeah. Oh my god!
So I can get into their bedroom, rip up the floorboards, and try on the off chance that it's actually there. If not, I've lost it forever. But the moral of the story is we never knew these things were going to be worth their millions when they were older. You know, when we were older and when the technology was older. And it's the same with games consoles. We never realised that you could have a boxed mint condition Nintendo 64 or a Sega Mega Drive or a SNES or anything like that, and you'd be able to sell it for hundreds of pounds.
Yeah.
Because at the time, we'd go to a car boot and get it for a tenner.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't think anything of it.
Whew, well,
it's incredible.
What I mean, I used to have in my original console collection when eBay first came along, early 2000s, and I went on a massive spending spree because I used to work night shifts at a supermarket and it paid really well, and it paid way more than what a 19-year-old should be being paid. And I just went on eBay and bought loads of consoles and imported loads of stuff from America. And I so wish that I'd kept half of that stuff because so much of it would be worth so much now. But yeah.
It's just incredible. It's incredible the stuff that you find as well. I've got all this Scale Electrics up in my loft at my mum's that I really want to get out because as you well know, I like designing racetracks just randomly, and I really want to get all the old Scale Electrics from downstairs and make a proper model racetrack of it. But I also know that if I keep hold of it, it's going to be worth millions of pounds when I'm old and grey, and it's just having that foresight, but also not throwing things away.
I can't remember what there was a retro game shop. I can't remember which one it was. They're not around anymore. Before games time, before actually no, they were quite recent. I remember seeing when I was working at Game in Ipswich, there was some independent retro game shop, and they were offering Bitcoin for trade-ins. Wow! And you could have traded in your game and got paid in Bitcoin. And oh my god, what could have been? Yeah. Emily is sharing some rather serious and sad news in the chat. The boss of Battlefield has allegedly been in a car accident and passed away. Vincent Pella. Oh my god,
that is really sad.
Wow, a few days before Christmas as well. That sucks.
Whilst you read the chat, I'm going to have a quick Google of that.
Yeah. WV lost a signed autograph of Annika Rice from Challenge Annika down a crack in the floor. Oh no! Did you see Annika? I'm sure am I imagining this, or did I see Annika Rice in a trailer for Stranger Things? Am I imagining that?
I have no idea. No, she couldn't have been.
That's just totally me. I think I'm just going mad. I think I am going mad. If anyone spots Annika Rice in a trailer for Stranger Things, something's gone wrong. We're
going to have to Google that. The Guardian, 12 minutes ago, has reported that Vince Zampella, co-creator of the Call of Duty video game series, dies aged 55. Wow, he was also involved in Medal of Honor and Titanfall, reportedly killed in a car crash.
Flippin' heck.
In California. That's really sad.
That is. Like 3 days.
He led the creation of the Infinity Ward Call of Duty
so
games.
the original proper COD. The good COD.
The good ones.
Mr. Flubster is here and says, hate to think what's under my floorboards. Spellfire, I suspect. Wow, Spellfire cards. I've still got mine somewhere. They are in the loft somewhere. I've got a briefcase with some old memories, and I have got a Spellfire deck somewhere.
I did have one of the original Yu-Gi-Oh decks. It didn't. My mate had Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I remember distinctly begging him to trade it with me for something shit like one of the pots that you get, like the pot of traps or whatever it was. And he would just outright refuse to give it to me. He'd outright refuse to trade it, and I'd dread to think if he still got it. Like I say, it was one of the original Yu-Gi-Oh Blue Eyes White Dragon cards. So I dread to think how much that's worth if he's still got it. I'd love to.
I don't think I could remember a single name of any single Spellfire card that I own. But they're definitely, like, Series 1. Definitely. Because that would have been the time that I would have been into it. Kizra confirms. Looks like Annika Rice was in a TV spot that there's something to do with Stranger Things and Doritos. That's weird. Wow. Well, I'm going to have to go and look that up now. Right, and that does now bring us pretty much in line with a time to end the show. Indeed.
You do have a couple more talking points, however.
I do. Do we want to run through them quickly, because we haven't really followed the whole sort of script that we had today? We had Mario Kart poll results, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. These are the ones I'm talking about. Yeah,
the Mario Kart poll results were. I can't even remember now because it was on the Discord, wasn't it?
Did you had a graphic for it, I think
there was a graphic somewhere. There was a graphic somewhere. Let me see what I've got on here. When was the poll done? It was quite a while ago, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Let's have a little look on here.
Poll results. I'm pretty sure it was. Oh no, that's me going on a chainy rant because of Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh yeah.
That can wait. Yes, I will be having a rant about Metal Gear Solid 1. Spoiler work, I'm an hour and a half in, and I've only just got to the first major boss fight, and I am not happy. That's all I'm going to say on this. I'm pretty sure it was Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe that won it.
It was indeed. I have just brought it up. 45% of all of the votes on our Discord voted for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as the best Mario Kart game. In case anyone was wondering that. I think that does mean that there is going to be a video feature on that will expand into something in the coming weeks. Other than that, the other piece of news that we had was just OLL related. If anybody is coming along to the Norwich video game retro market, which is taking place at the Forum on the 27th of December, so the day after Boxing Day. OLL will be there, as in me. I will be there. I'll be having a table to basically tempt everybody to come and buy their tickets for OLL 26. And I'm also going to hang around with Gary and Norwich Retro Gamers and basically just play some video games for a day. So if anyone would like to come along to that, feel free. Come and say hello. Come and buy some games from all of the various retailers around Norwich. I'm pretty sure they've got some retailers coming from like all over the place, really. Wow. This isn't an OLL event, of course. This is something entirely different. But it is something that we shall be attending. There'll be Nintendo Norwich regulars milling about too. Well, that sounds good. Excellent. WV voted for SNES Mario Kart, though. Good for you, WV. That would be the correct answer. I would agree with that, personally.
All of my Mario Kart 64 fans, rise up with me.
I think you were the only person who voted that.
Other news, we have also got the next OLL big quiz of the month, I suppose.
It'll be a monthly thing, yes.
Yeah. Coming up at the Dis place.
It is at Dis Cornhall on...
That's the one.
on Saturday, the 10th of January.
Yes. It is indeed.
We have actually got another. We haven't done that in order because there's actually an event that takes place before then. Actually,
oh yes, there is.
We've got Saturday the 10th of June. Saturday the 10th of January at Dis Cornhall Retro Social and Quiz Night. But on Friday the 9th of January, our next in-person physical event will be an OLL community meet taking place at Albion Games Cafe in the evening. So come along to that. Do you want to record this bit again? I can't clip it and edit that. It's okay. It's okay, Emily. I'm going to do a proper actual recording thing in vertical for it separately. I'll take care of that. We can mash
it all together.
That's basically what begins after we've got the Christmas bits out. The Displace. Brilliant. Yes, Flub, I'm coming to Dis. I'm coming to the old stomping ground with a little quiz. It'll only be small, but yeah, it'll be quite good fun. That should be good.
It'll be myself.
There will be more Norwich stuff as well. Cool. Yes. Right. That'll do then. I have no idea when the next stream is going to be, so I don't even know what that's going to look like. So bear with me while I work out some dates. 22nd.
In the meantime.
So I'm not going to stream Final Fantasy on Wednesday like I normally would be because it's literally Christmas Eve. Friday would be Boxing Day. And I'll probably be getting back from family quite late on that day as well. So I am going to provisionally say that the next stream from OLL will be the OLL show on Monday the 29th of December. So that is a week today. However, you may see some random racing game stuff on my racing channel. If I fancy doing some stuff over the weekend. But we'll see how that goes. Maybe Sunday the 28th. Well, whatever. If anything changes, I will pop it in the Discord. The 27th. Emily, I thought you gave us plans for the 27th. I thought we were doing something after having done the games market. We were going to do something in the evening. I can't remember.
I'm going to second Emily on this as well, like Kizra is. But... yeah,
a co-op stream on
the 27th. I'll be down for that.
All right, we'll see. We'll have a look. We'll have a look.
Oh
yeah, my job. Yeah, that's it, Emily. Yeah, you're actually supposed to be working on that day, but maybe after work. Then maybe. If not, Emily and I will definitely do something because I know that Emily is itching to get back into some streaming, whatever that looks like. She's got a whole office all adorned with gaming paraphernalia and needs to show it off. That's it for all my OLL news that I've hastily worked my way through there. Sorry. Cheney, anything from you, Cheney, before we make a move?
No. I just want to say on behalf of myself, our dear John, Jack and Mike and the entire OLL team, to everybody that celebrates, have a very Merry Christmas and eat lots of turkey and chocolates.
Yes, have a wonderful week.
Yeah, tell us all about your gaming exploits and gifts that you receive.
I wonder if does the Discord link work? Because I'm using this new software, it might work, it might not. No, it doesn't. Oh well. It'll come up.
Worth a shot.
Click on the channel banner and you'll find the list.
Twiglets for the win. Discord. Yes, Flub. Give me all
we haven't got any Twiglets. In fact, we haven't really got any Christmas snacks in at the moment.
I'll tell you the truth. We are going on Wednesday, the 24th of December, because we're going to be just a little bit late in getting everything organised. But plus, me and Jade are at separate parents as well, and then we're coming back. But then I'm working Boxing Day as well, doing the whole day thing. So the kids are all going to eat the snacks, and I'm going to get back at about 6:30 and find that all of my pigs and blankets will have disappeared into the ether, and I'm going to be left starving like a small starving child.
Like a Victorian child at a window.
Yeah. Please, sir, can I have some more? I want my stuffing balls now. We're having curry, to be fair. We're because it's just me, Mum, and Bren on Christmas Day, so we're having curry.
Curry for Christmas?
Yeah.
Well, it's
a fancy 2-star Michelin style scent.
Okay. Posh. Oh, very nice.
Curry. Yeah, it's very posh. But yeah, there's just the three of us because Avery will have eaten before she gets to mine, and obviously Jade's at Mum's with hers. So yeah, we're just having a curry.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Right, Flub's basically just mentioning Haribo now, so I want to get off the stream because I know I've actually got some Haribo. I think somewhere.
I'm tempted by Haribo. Yeah.
KFC is popular for Christmas in Japan. Oh,
yeah,
I've got to go to Japan as well then.
This is a thing. They are open in Japan on Christmas Day, and the chicken and gravy is for some reason super popular. That is a thing.
Gravy, KFC and gravy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that's a whole bunch of bombshells to end the show on tonight, then. Right, I haven't really scheduled any kind of outro for this, so I'm just gonna say thank you very much, Cheney. Thank you to the absent Mike and Jack for joining us over the last couple of months, as well as we have looked to bring these streams back. The next stream, as I say, will be next Monday, the OLL show, where some or all of us will return. And in the meantime, any other updates will come through the Discord. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Cheney.
Sounds good.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Take care. And see